Why is cycling so expensive? All right, so I'm saying that you should ride a bike, right? Yeah. But then why is it that it's so expensive? Isn't that going to polarize a lot of people? Well, yes, and I'd like to apologize. A lot of cycling is really expensive and it really shouldn't be. It's almost like it's trying to promote some type of elitist culture or something, which isn't cool because there should be more people that should be able to ride and enjoy bikes. It should be easier, right? Well, that's kind of what I want to achieve with this. I want to kind of help you to cut through what's really unnecessary and give you the savings that you really should have so you can enjoy riding the bike without having to worry about the cost as much. Because look, I know it's tough right there out now. Tough out there right now in the sense that things are really expensive and I've seen some bike prices, they just keep going up and up and up. And I guess the reason for this is, at least here locally, I've noticed there seems to be this big push for disc brake bikes, and they charge a lot of money for them. So I've noticed that that seems to be what the market's pushing, and you kind of can't have another option. That it used to be rim brake bikes, and that was fantastic because they were really great quality bikes, and they were they were comparatively cheaper price if you kind of had two models next to each other. But it's no longer the case. You can't necessarily buy a rim brake bike. I've done the research, I've looked at it. There are some that you can buy, and I will explain that in my product that I have that you can click in the link, which just kind of gets you through a bike buyer's guide in terms of equipping you with the exact bike to get and helping you step through that. But simply like me, when I started riding bikes, I didn't really think it was worth investing a whole lot of money because, well, it might not work, and I get that. So that's kind of what I would want to encourage you guys. Like, you can still get a fantastic secondhand bike, and I think that's probably a better way to go at the moment because there's a lot of bikes that people don't realize their potential, and they've got them just laying there in the garage, barely used, and they're just looking for someone to just basically ride them and just get so much enjoyment and fun out of them. So you're benefiting, that person by buying, from someone locally. They're getting the benefit of having more space back in their garage, and you're effectively getting a great deal and a great bargain. As opposed to if you were to get a brand new bike and sort of being subjected to sort of, getting like a disc brake option, which I really don't think is right. And for the price, you can basically get so much more, and you can get like a whole bike set up with what you really need. Like, you can invest more in bike clothes, bike lock, lights, helmet. You need all this other stuff, right? So the cost to buy the bike itself shouldn't be too much. You should be able to pick up a second-hand bike, with what I would recommend from anywhere between maybe 4 to 700 Australian, maybe 800, and you should be able to get a really, really good deal. Because you still have to get, like, importantly, you will need helmet. That's important. You'll need gloves. I would recommend riding with gloves because, well, if you fall off, and you land on your hands, it's going to be very bad for you just got to scuff up your hands. But if you had gloves on, it'll protect your hands, because they take a while to heal these hands, and they'll become like not smooth, and it's just a mess. And it gives you extra grip as well because you've got these like kind of gloves, and it kind of helps prevent your hands going numb on the longer rides. And you need bib shorts, which are these effectively tights that cyclists have that have a little pad inside it, the chamois as they call it. And that kind of acts as a cushion between your butt and the seat. But on that point of seat, that's another thing that you need to invest in as well. Like, that's why bikes I don't think should be too expensive, or I don't like what's going on at the moment. But that's good because then I get to speak to you guys and give you guys another option, or talk you through what should be the case, or how to save money on this. Like, it's important, I think, to get a saddle that is comfortable because it needs to gel with you, right? Because there's nothing worse than getting on the bike and being like, I like it, but because my butt hurts, I don't really want to ride this. And then you're not going to ride it. But if you're comfortable and you've got that point of contact right, well, then you're going to want to ride it much more, right? So I'd say that the essentials of the bike are not necessarily a brand new bike. There's brand new bikes out there that have been barely ridden. I classify them as brand new bikes. You need bib shorts, that's for sure. You need a helmet, you need gloves, and you also need a saddle, a comfortable saddle. It might very well work out that the saddle that comes with the bike that you buy is comfortable, but I do notice that if you buy a secondhand bike, they kind of just include the saddle that the bike came with, and retailers, when they make bikes, don't particularly give the best saddle because they're kind of the view that, yeah, people are going to sub it out or substitute it for something else. So we don't really have to worry. I mean, like, people don't buy bikes and sort of like expect that, oh, the saddle that comes with the bike I'm buying is going to be perfect. Well, no, it's very easy adjustment and it's very easy to change out. So that's kind of why that's the case, and you should kind of be expecting to more or less get another saddle that works for you.